Hi there guys, Brad here again. So another one of our breakdown series. So this time we're just going to work on our breakfalls. Okay, nice and simple. Okay then guys, breakfalls. So they're used all the time in jiu-jitsu. So what they're used for is to lessen the impact of the ground on your person. Okay, so if I was getting thrown here, I would just slam on the ground and it would start to hurt my neck, it'd hurt my back, and it's not very pleasant. Okay, so one thing we can do, we can start to slow ourselves onto the mat and keep our head out of trouble so we're not getting concussed and we're not getting ourselves hurt. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, obviously if we're new to jiu-jitsu, we're just going to start out really basic, really low to the floor, and we're just going to start getting used to slapping our hands out. So I'm just going to be this way on, I'm just going to be sat on the floor. Okay, we're not starting standing at all. So I'm just going to go back, I'm just going to rock, and if you notice, I'm keeping my head off the ground, tucking my chin into my chest, here, 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 keeping my chin in, yeah? And then we're going to add to it the slapping of the hands. So I'm going to slap my hands out and back up. So you can see, as I slap down, my chin comes in. Nice big slap, slowing our descent. Making sure we don't get hurt on the way down. And what I'm doing is I'm going palm down. That's very important. Make sure we're palm down to the floor. Because if we go knuckle down, that's going to start hurting our elbows, because our elbows are now pointed to the floor. And it's going to start hurting our knuckles here. So palm down, chin in, slap, come back up, palm down, chin in, slap, coming back up. And once you've done that a few times, come a bit higher. So I'm going to bend down, rock back, chin in, slap, come back up. So again, bend down, chin in, slap, coming back up. And once you've done that, just speed it up. So I'm here, I'm in my stance, and I'm back up. So I'm here, I'm in my stance, and I'm back up. Okay, so that's the normal breakfall. So other breakfalls, we've got our side breakfalls. So side breakfalls are, say, if you've got hip thrown, we need to make sure we're still breaking our fall, otherwise we're still going to get hurt. Because we won't land on our back, like here, that we want to. We'll land here on the side. So again, I'm going to start on my knees so we don't take a lot of impact first of all, so we can learn the drill. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to slap out to the side and I'm going to raise my head up this way. So I'm going to come here, making sure my head's off the ground, my palm is slapping the floor. Again, on my knees, down and back up. Down, back up. Once you've done that a few times, go to standing. From your stance, keeping nice and low. And I'm going to go here, up, heads up. So I'm going to go here, keeping my head off the ground, slapping down, and then getting back into a position that we can start defending it. So I'm here one more time, kick the foot out, slap the floor, keep my head off the ground, and start bringing everything in. So if you notice, my knees come up, my elbows are in, I'm starting my defense. To get more of a defense, bring your left foot in, go onto your back, and bring everything in. Okay, so then we're really starting to defend. So there's one last breakfall. It's not used very often, but it's a front breakfall. So the front breakfall is anytime we get swept onto our stomach. Okay, if we get swept onto our stomach, we need to make sure that we're still protecting ourselves and still trying to mount a defense. So what many people do first of all is, as they're landing to the front, they'll go straight armed. Big no-no. Because what happens is all the pressure goes into your straight arm and follows the path of least resistance, which will come up the arm and do a lot of damage up here, especially collarbones. Okay, so what we got to do is start putting a bend in their arm. So again, I'm going to start on my knees and I'm going to come out and keep a bend in my arm here. So everything's got an angle to it. Okay, so I'm out here, still slapping the floor, slowing myself down and keeping my head off the ground, just off my knees. Okay, so if we go from a stance, I'm going to go low and then out. So I'm going to go low, here, low, here. And I'm just going to kick my feet out into a sort of turtle position. Okay, bent arms, make sure the palms down to the floor and make sure we're slapping into that floor, guys. Okay, so there you have it, guys, a breakdown of all the break falls that we do in jiu-jitsu. Keep it up, guys, let's keep training.